Ignite the spark within oneself to light the path of holistic health.
Hello and welcome to the Holy Health Podcast. I'm your host, Mitch. Thanks for joining us today. As always, I am joined with the esteemed, lovely, amazing, task-stacking queen, my wife. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
A little hot still up here.
A little hot, yeah.
In the studio. So, might be sweating, but I'm not sure. We'll see.
The heat dome, they're calling it.
That's okay.
It's a heat dome.
I am doing okay. I feel like I'm like teetering on the edge of like meltdown and being okay.
That's good.
I guess.
Improvements, maybe?
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, definitely an improvement, but it's not exactly
maybe slightly
ideal.
Rejuvenated.
I would say so. Yeah. Definitely rejuvenated, but also exhausted at the same time.
Same.
So,
yeah, it was like 1:30 today at work, and I was like, man, I'm tired.
Yeah, I got up, I don't know, 6, probably something like 5:30, 6 is usually when. So I got up, and I go downstairs, and I do my thing, and then I sit down to journal, which takes like less than 10 minutes. Asleep. No, but I was like fighting it. I was like, why am I so tired? Like I was like nodding. So then I had to get up, and then I did a fire it up yoga class for 40 minutes, and then I was okay.
Yeah, my back, I did some functional patterns today at the gym. So I wanted to just do some easy stuff that just kind of moves blood and connects things, you know. And anytime I do like the 3 exercises that I always do for functional patterns, like it's a whole body workout, and I'm always so tired after I do one. Like it drains me out.
Well, yesterday we played tennis for
that's true too.
A little over an hour, and It was like 11 or 12 in the middle, like almost middle of the day. It was very hot and humid and sunny.
Yeah.
And I sucked extremely more. Not that I'm a great tennis player to begin with, but I like super duper sucked. And I blamed the heat because I was like, and traveling because I was just like, I just can't move right.
She was like, give me your racket. I was like, why? Because I want it.
He uses the better one, but I still lost. But I was having a rough time. I even bruised the back of my arm with my tennis racket. It's
hit yourself
bad.
In the arm.
I did. It hurt. But yeah, I've been feeling rejuvenated and exhausted at the same time. So I've been feeling on the verge of a meltdown and fine. So I'm in this like weird limbo space.
I think we're somewhat on the same page there. I feel like.
That's good and bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I've been thinking about things differently with my life, I guess. My goals. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really like how things are going currently. So I'm kind of in a position where I want to make a change. And I feel somewhat excited about it. So there's like a little glimpse of like excitement. So that's exciting.
Definitely. Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. I probably still have a week or two till I'm like officially like onboarded into the YMCA. So see how that plays out. But we're on our way.
Cool.
Yeah. So the reason why we're both a little rejuvenated to some degree, but exhausted at the same time. We did some traveling. I had a week off of work. we decided to make some plans, which is nice. We wanted to take Lily to the beach. We did that. And then we wanted to go and do something ourselves. And we decided to take a trip. So, a question for you. Something that I never really had in my vision board was traveling. Like, ex-girlfriend wanted to travel the world, blah blah blah. I was like, I couldn't care less, and I don't want to do that. I don't want anything to do with traveling. And now I'm kind of like, I'm kind of still in that position. I don't really like it, but like doing it and like afterwards, like, okay, yeah, that was fine. I understand why people like it, but I'm still not like a big fan. But you love it, and it's something that you need in your life. So what is it? Like, help me understand
what is
the lore of travel.
I mean, I think everybody has a different reason and interest, and like, you can travel in a lot of different ways, you know. You can go to the mountains, you can go to the beach, you can go to the city, you can go to the desert, you can go, there's a lot of things you can do. And there's a lot of ways that you can make that happen. I think for me, it's just experiencing a different environment and putting myself in uncomfortable situations. Because usually when you're traveling, like a lot of people, like think about like, especially old people, but a lot of people who don't like to travel, they're afraid of like going to the new place, or like they won't probably tell you that. They'll just be like, I don't want to do it, I don't like it. But like getting out of that small town that they live in, or the routine that they have, or whatever it may be, is very uncomfortable. And I think that's part of the interest for me too, is like, you're uncomfortable. Like when I haven't been to New York City for over a year at this point. I need to go again. But since I go so infrequently now, I get nervous to go. Even though once I'm there, it's like totally fine. But I'm just like, oh my gosh, like everything I see online or on the TV or whatever, like in the news, this, that, whatever. What if this happens? What if that happens? Like my mind kind of goes to places that like it never used to go to. So I think that's a component, just like putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. But I also think it's just switching up your routine, seeing new things, seeing different things, like experiencing the world.
So, you said you enjoy the uncomfortable situations.
Yeah.
Which would be like what?
Well, for me at this point, like leaving Lily for a period of time is uncomfortable. So, but I like that because it creates space and it like gets me into an uncomfortable state, which is like good. Because if I am uncomfortable about leaving her and so I never do it, then that's not good for me.
But yeah, I'm just thinking like, it doesn't seem like you like it.
Traveling?
No, that uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, I don't like it, but I do. It's like a hike we did. Like we're going up the mountain and I'm like, fuck, this is so dumb. Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
But like, I'm like, now, I'm like, that was great. That was so good. Like, I look back on the awful 2.5 initial miles and I'm like, that was great. Even though it absolutely sucked. So it's kind of like that. It's like, this sucks. I don't like this. I'm stressed. I'm whatever.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about specific situations during our travel time where you're like being a sarcastic asshole to me because I'm not making decisions and it's stressing you out. So, what do you say about that?
I don't think that has anything to do with traveling.
Yeah, it has to do with being uncomfortable. You're like,
It
what do we
has to
do?
do
What do we
with
do? I
not
don't know what to
having a
do.
plan. No, it has to do with not having a plan and you not being able to contribute to creating a plan and then putting it all on me all the time. That has nothing to do with traveling. That happens here.
Yeah, but that is traveling, though.
That happens here too,
Isn't
though.
okay? Isn't traveling like spontaneous and you have to kind of like figure things out
I
as you
mean,
go?
to an extent, but lots of people have itineraries when they travel.
We had an itinerary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just seemed. That's I was just trying to make sense of it. That's
Of
all.
how you're annoying me. You already know, because what happened was, if we want to share this, what happened was we did a thing, and then I was like, what do you want to do now? We can do this, this, this. This is the time it's going to take. And you're on your phone scrolling or texting or whatever. And I'm trying to drive to the next location because we only have a certain amount of time to do the thing. So I get mad because you're not answering me and you're being stupid. And then I continue to drive and make my own decision. And then eventually, when you realize the conundrum that I was experiencing, you're like, oh. And then you're trying to figure it out. And then I have to go through it again with you a second time because you actually care and you want to listen at this point. And then we have to make the decision together. So it just prolongs the experience and annoys me. That has nothing to do with traveling. It just has to do with you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So, there's that. Now you know.
Yeah, I just was wondering about the uncomfortable part because it just doesn't make sense.
That's not really uncomfortable. That's annoying. Like, that's annoyance to me. I'm not uncomfortable. I'm like, we have 5 hours to do something else, and it's going to take an hour to drive anywhere we want to go. So, like, we need to know what we're doing right now. We don't need to flounder around. Like, we need to decide and do it. That's not traveling. Doesn't have to do with the uncomfortable nature of traveling, though.
I feel like it does.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, guess we can
How does
agree
it?
to
I don't
disagree.
see how it does.
Well, it's part of it.
Only because you don't
We
listen.
were traveling.
Well, yeah,
That was
but
like the
like
whole
I
thing.
said,
We were traveling.
that could happen anywhere. That can happen in the living room. It has. Where it's like, what do you want to do tonight? Do you want to eat? I go out to eat? What do you want to do? Do you want to get groceries?
Well, that's because you try to change plans.
And then I get annoyed. That has nothing to do with traveling. That's just a character flaw of you.
I don't have flaws. I am flawless.
Yeah. So
figure your shit out.
there's that.
Okay, so you like being uncomfortable, traveling, gets you out of comfort zone. Which is like a type A fun.
Traveling?
Yeah.
It depends on what type of traveling you're doing. Some people
Well, that's what we did.
Some people to go to all-inclusive resorts, and like I don't think that's type A fun at all.
Well, no. But what we did was type A, for sure. We traveled somewhere to hike a mountain, which most people wouldn't really think of that as a vacation.
When it's 105 degrees out.
Yeah, it was a very hot day. Literally 100 degrees. So a little crazy on our end. But, yeah, so that's like type A fun. And for me, like the part of it that I like have a hard time with, I guess, is I don't even know how to put it into words exactly. Just like the whole thing. Like doing the thing. Like you gotta like prepare ahead of time, you gotta get everything together, you gotta do the thing, you gotta drive there, schedule this, think about that, go here. It's like too much.
Would you rather stay home at work that week?
Well, I didn't get paid, so
yeah, it's a whole other story.
Probably would have been good to work, but No, I wouldn't have. Would have rather done something. But that's not really my thing. So the traveling thing is your thing. So that's why you have to do all that.
That's why I need a gay best friend to go traveling with. So I can have a man with me while I'm traveling. But it doesn't have to be you.
A gay man.
Can find a tough one.
A tough one?
Yeah. They
do exist.
I know.
We'll start taking applications now. Any conservative gay man that would like to take my wife traveling.
There we go. You wouldn't like that at all.
No, I wouldn't. That wouldn't.
But
that wouldn't happen. But you know.
I don't know. It might.
No, it's not like I hate it. It's just not something that I personally would seek for myself. Like if it wasn't something that you liked, and you were like, "We have to do this," then I wouldn't do it.
I mean, then what do? You just stay at home all the time?
Yeah, I'd figure out. I got projects to do.
That just seems so boring. Like you have a whole world to explore, and you're just gonna stay home? That seems wild.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's just...
Like, where's the growth in that? Where's the experience?
I didn't go anywhere or do anything for 5 years.
I know.
I stayed in one spot.
I know.
And just worked.
I know. How'd that go for you?
It went well for a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't see the point of not going places.
Yeah, I think... I mean, there's places that it would be cool to see. And that's all the more it really is for me. It's just kind of like a fantasy. Like, I fantasize about...
Because you don't believe it's possible.
Well, it's definitely possible. I just have to spend the money and make the plan to do it.
Yeah.
And that's not really something that I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, I fantasize about going to the Grand Canyon. Or going to the Rocky Mountains and, like, seeing something there. Or somewhere else. I don't know. But, yeah, it's usually just kind of like where it ends for me.
Mm-hmm.
I just, like, fantasize about it. And...
I'll say I literally never fantasize about going to the Grand Canyon. I've never been there. But it's never a thought of, like, I want to go there. I would go, but it's not, like, in my head of, like, a place I want to go.
I want to see the big trees. The redwoods.
Well, that's not at the Grand Canyon.
I know.
Okay, yeah. I want to see the big trees at the Grand Canyon. I mean, there's so much I want to see. I don't need to name it all, but I also like to revisit places that I travel. There's something about a familiarity of, like, a place that you only go to occasionally that, like, feels nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you go to... I mean, I went to the same mountain range, the Shenandoah Mountain Range.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there a billion times. I'll be there a billion more. Like, there are so many places. If it's in, like, I guess 8 hours. No, that's not true. Because we go to Michigan a lot. Not a lot, but consistently. I don't know.
Yeah, you've done... She's done the
10
same
hours
hike.
or less.
The same hike in Michigan. How many times? 6?
I don't know, probably 5 or 6, maybe.
Many times.
It's beautiful.
Same
I would
hike,
go this year.
The same place, driving all the way there and back, and do the same hike.
What's wrong with that? You go to the same restaurants all the time. We go to the same grocery stores. People go to Walmart every week, or Aldi, or Whole Foods, or wherever to get groceries every week. Same place. Why can't I go to the same hike?
It's not the same comparison.
It is.
No, they're totally different things you're going to do.
I don't see why that matters. We took Lily on the same hike when she was hiking.
Yeah, because it's a good hike and it's...
Well, yeah, same.
For her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's just my spiel about hiking. Just my personal...
Traveling.
Traveling, yeah. Travel.
Yeah.
It's a fantasy. Which I'm kind of glad that I married somebody that does like it. So then it kind of pushes me to do it. Because I do like it once it's there and like we experience the thing. And afterwards it's like, oh cool, like I did that, been there, check the box, like we're good.
I mean, this is kind of my trajectory. So I'm like, let's say, where do I want to go? I want to go to New York City. So I talk to you, I'm like, let's go to New York. And then we look at the calendar and we pick a time. So say it's like in 3 weeks. So we're going to New York in 3 weeks. So that's a dopamine hit. That's exciting to me. So we put we put it on the calendar, and then in 2 weeks I'm going to start dreading it. Because I dread every single thing that I do ever. 2 weeks, I'll start dreading it. I'll be like, oh, why did we plan this? Oh, I don't want to go. Oh, this sucks.
We'll cancel the day before. We won't go.
And then
every time.
And then we're packing and we're getting ready, and I'm just like doing it, just kind of in the motion of it. And then we start driving there, and I'm like, I can't wait till this is over. And then we get there, and I'm like, this is amazing. I love this so much. This is the best. I'm so glad I'm here. I never want to leave. And then we go home, we leave, and we go home, and then I'm like, oh, I wish I was still there. Oh, that was so fun. Oh, I'm so glad I did that. And then repeat. So there's always like a dopamine hit, an excitement, a dread, a deeper dread, and then more excitement and pleasure in the fact that I actually did the thing. That's how it always goes. No matter where I'm going or what I'm doing.
That's quite the roller coaster, folks.
So, yeah, it's not that I'm just like excited all the way through. But it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to like push you this time to follow through with our plans to go.
Well, yeah, but we have specific circumstances that kind of make that more challenging for me to leave.
Yeah.
Like with Lily now, I don't want to leave her much at all. And I feel bad. And it's a lot to expect somebody else to kind of watch her for multiple time, multiple days. So that was a big component. But like the cats, I like forgot they existed while we were gone almost.
They forgot we existed too.
Probably they were like, we live alone. Look at us, rulers of this house.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that kind of exacerbates the dread that I experience. Because like I'm like thinking now, like we have a thing in August coming up that I'm excited for, but I'm also like, oh, dang, it's like in DC. Are we gonna spend the night? What am I doing? So I'm already starting to dread it a little just because of Lily and like the logistics of that and like leaving her.
Yeah.
I think if things weren't the way they were with her, that like I wouldn't be quite as dreadful about things, but here we are. So
yeah,
you definitely had to push me because I was like, we're just not going to go anywhere, which is very unusual for me.
Yeah, that's why I was like, we're going.
Yeah. And then for the most part, once I was there, I was okay, but I got a little funky every night.
I started to miss her a little bit by the end of the couple days.
Yeah, it's just like the component of like, did she go to the bathroom? Like, how's she doing? Type of thing.
Yeah.
So, that's that.
So, the other big issue with traveling, a lot of people when they travel, they kind of throw their healthy lifestyle out the window. So that's kind of what we wanted to talk about today with our traveling extravaganza. So we drove to Dewey Beach, which is Delaware, and then we came back home, and then went back down to Virginia, and then came back home. So we drove quite a bit in 4 days or in less than a week. And we were like going back and forth, like, what do we do? What are we doing for food? We got to plan for this. We got to pack this, and we got to take the cooler. We got to do all this stuff. So would you like to share kind of like the process or how to do it healthily?
Okay, I'll share on a budget, which is the sad way, and then I'll share the way that I used to do things not on a budget. So, breakfast is always like the healthy thing for me.
You gotta start your day right.
I don't like to go out to eat for breakfast typically. Like, I love a waffle. Pancakes are fine, whatever. But I very rarely get them like out. I don't remember the last time I did. And that's because like I just don't want that feeling all day long. Kind of like when you mentioned, I don't know, last week or the week before or whenever, that you like eat 3 donuts in the morning and then you're like
screws you up.
Screwed for the rest of the
Rest of the day screwed.
So like I always want a healthy breakfast. Depending on where I'm going and what I'm doing would depend on what that thing was. If I'm hiking in the mountains, then if I'm on my way there, overnight oats are like my go-to. Or you do yogurt parfait, because we just use empty peanut butter jars. I just store them. And then you can just throw them away when you're done. And you can add in your oats or your yogurt or whatever it may be. So I like that because you can travel with that. You can throw it in a fridge or a cooler if you have that like access, and it's ready to go. You prep it and boom, it's done.
Yeah, those were nice to have.
If I'm like at the beach or something, I love to go like get a smoothie or something like that. But I 99% of the time traveling do some type of healthy breakfast, because then I'm good for like I don't care what happens the rest of the day. And then for like lunch, dinner, it just depends. Like this time we planned sandwiches, so you made sandwiches for us, just like sourdough, chicken, hummus, cucumbers, like basic, healthy, balanced sandwiches. And we wrapped those up. Lots of fruits, some bars that we like that we took traveling. What else is there? I mean, I think there's a balance between prepping and eating healthy and like enjoying the experience. Like I don't want to eat perfectly the whole time I'm on a trip. But I also don't want to eat like trash the whole time I'm on a trip. Like there has to be like this like ebb and flow. And so for me, like I talked about on a recent episode where I don't want to drink like a Starbucks drink with all the sugar. Like I want to eat my sugar. Like you pick and choose what's worth consuming. So I think it's just what you decide is worth it. But I think packing some stuff, eating out some, and kind of blending it all together is the key.
Yeah, I think one of the main blockages that people get is, oh, we're on vacation, you get to do whatever you want, we're having fun, so your boundaries and your strictness kind of really gets lackadaisical, and you kind of let loose, and you do whatever you want, and you eat whatever you want, and by the end of vacation, you gained 5 or 10 pounds.
I mean, I think a lot of people drink too, and I don't really have that component to speak on.
Yeah.
You know? Like, we're not going on vacation and drinking.
Right.
Like, that's not a thing. So, like, I think that really derails people too, because then once you're drinking, you're making even worse decisions on your food and your diet than you would if you weren't drinking.
For sure.
So, that kind of complicates things on a level that, like, isn't my reality.
Yeah, we're not drinkers. We don't usually go down that path.
Never. Not usually. Literally never.
But yeah, that's like what we talk about all the time. Whenever you make a decision or a choice to do something that is outside of your normal lifestyle, and say that choice is like negative or somewhat detrimental. It could be something fun like, I'm going to have ice cream, or I'm going to eat this piece of cake or eat this food item that I don't usually need. It's not in my diet, but it's nostalgic and I'm on vacation and I'm going to eat it. And you do it. And that could be totally, totally fine. But it could also not be. It could also be, well, I already did that, so now I'm going to double down. Now I'm going to eat this other thing too that I don't usually have. And then it's just the snowball rolls down the hill, and by the end of the vacation trip, you get back home and you're like, you kind of get into a rut then. And you start again, you stop again, you start again, you stop again. Or at the very least, it's a lot more difficult to get back on the wagon, as they say.
See, me, I can't speak for you, but I don't really do anything on vacation that I don't do at home. So we already eat ice cream once a week, typically. The only thing that I did this week that was out of the normal was I ate ice cream twice this week. But I knew...
Also burned 2,000 calories in one day.
I also knew that, like, that's not going to derail me because that's not who I am and that I don't have that struggle.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
So what I love healthy food, and I think that's something to really teach yourself how to do, because when we go out, like when we're traveling and we go out, like I want to seek out healthy restaurants.
Oh yeah, we have
like,
our select few places that we order from and we stop and get it.
Like I can, if I'm going to like one of my favorite like places to travel to, like I know of the healthy places already that I want to go to and eat at. Like I'm not just walking into any place. And I think that's why planning and preparing is so key, because if you do your research ahead of time and you know what is around where you're going to be and what their menus are like, when you come in from a long day on the beach and everybody's like, we're hungry, what are we going to eat?
Just get a pizza.
All you got to do is say, oh, let's go to blah, blah, because I already did the research and I know that they have healthy options. Yeah. Boom, done.
When, like I said, the easier choice would be, well, there's probably 20 pizza joints.
Yeah, let's just go out, walk, and see what we can find.
We'll just get some pizza.
It's like, no, do the research. I mean, in this day and age, there's no excuse to not be able to research. And you can usually find some type of healthier options. Mm-hmm. So for us, like we eat ice cream or we'll eat like some type of dessert like that and stuff, but we're not eating like extravagant rich meals typically that we wouldn't. Like when we went to the beach, I got like a fish burger and I did get fries, but like it was nothing crazy or unusual. Like we go to burger joints here and there and I do it and then I move on with my life. Mm-hmm. And when we went out in Virginia, I got a chicken wrap and a chickpea salad. So like yeah. I choose the healthier options because I know that's what makes me feel good. And like I don't want to feel like crap on vacation. Like I have things to do, things to experience. I don't want to be hungover or whatever people experience.
Right.
But I'm also not going to say no to ice cream. So I always plan and prepare and have options available for wherever we're going so that we can pull from them when we're hungry and ready to eat.
Yeah, so like with this trip, the planning and preparing was kind of stressful for both of us because we obviously wanted to save as much money as we could. And we wanted to be strict with that. And we thought about that and we were like, well, if that's the case, we're going to have to buy all this food. Like, going to have to create like a menu of food options.
Which we've done before.
We have. And it's not that bad, but sometimes it is really annoying and you just don't want to deal with it. And lately, it's been more challenging to like always be cooking, always be cleaning up food, and it's just been kind of a mundane activity.
It's also very unsatisfying when you're like out in the world, like traveling. Like you're taking a break from your normal life. Like you don't want to be eating meal prep food. You want to go out and experience the local scene.
Yeah.
Like that's part of it for me is like going out and experiencing what that specific place has to offer. Like I want to do that, and I find a lot of pleasure and joy in doing that. So to not do that kind of dampens the traveling experience.
Yeah, it was nice for me to not have to cook or think about food much for a week. Because we did plan breakfasts.
Which is easy.
Which is very easy. And those were super nice to pack into a cooler. They were all the same size, same shape. You could pack them in, throw some ice in there, and didn't have to worry about them. So that was really nice.
And then we didn't have to spend time cooking or making breakfast.
Yeah.
Like we woke up at 4 a.m. to go on our hike, and you just grab them out of the fridge and eat them in the car.
Yep. Grab and go. That's pretty much what it is. And mine, Greek yogurt parfait. So probably like 20 grams of protein, carbs, fat, all the things. So great breakfast. And what was I saying? I was talking about the mundane aspect of cooking. And what you said was kind of what my point was. We wanted to mix things up. Like we talked about it, we were planning out all the food, and we were both like, we don't want to do that this time. Like we want to like just have, I don't know, less focus on constant food prep and packing things and loading things up and all that stuff. So we were like, you know what, we're just going to go, we're going to plan the breakfast, and we're going to get the certain food that we like to get, and we're going to do it. Swipe the card, baby. And with that being said, those places that we go are healthy options, and they're still really enjoyable. Like when we get our food, it's not like, this again, you know? It's like, oh, this again type of thing. And we went to the same place how many times? Probably 3 times? 2 or 3 times. We love Kava, the Mediterranean place. We build our own bowls, and it's hummus, it's greens, it's grains. You can load it up with tons of vegetables. It's all fresh, made to order. Like, it's great.
Great if you can find one while on the road, because we got it traveling, driving.
Yeah, super good. And if you load it up right, you can get lots of calories in there too, because there's fats, different dressings, cheeses, stuff like that.
Not everybody wants lots of calories, though.
I do. I want the calories. So that for me was very nice to get a break from having to cook and do all that stuff, while at the same time still enjoying and experiencing healthy food.
Yeah, it's not like we were going to McDonald's or anything.
No.
Yeah,
we didn't go to Cava, I guess, would be a franchise.
Yeah, it's a chain.
Chain restaurant, but it's not your traditional go in and sit down at Ruby Tuesdays. You know what I mean? Like, it's way different.
It's not McDonald's or anything. It's like healthy. It's like Chipotle. Like Chipotle is obviously a chain, but when it comes to like a healthier food option, you can't really beat Cava, Chipotle. I mean, Sweet Green's extra great because they don't have seed oils, but like those 3 are like my ride or dies for chain places when traveling. I'm always searching for one of those 3.
And the other part, so the flip side, is what's it called? The orthorexia, where you're like paranoid about health. What's that called? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't respond.
I didn't know what you were talking. I didn't know where you were going with this.
Which right. I think you can speak to that as well. That spectrum of you know, trying to find the perfect restaurant or the perfect food that's going to fit into my healthy lifestyle on vacation, and how we kind of deal with that, or our perspectives on it.
Yeah, we just don't think about it. I mean, if there's like a seed oil free restaurant or something, sure, I'll go. But like, if it's not, I don't really care, because I don't buy canola oil and cook with it in my house.
Right.
And I eat 90 to 95% of my meals in my house.
Yeah.
So I don't care. I think that I know that the enjoyment that I get from eating out outweighs the seed oils. Like, the paranoia is, I mean, I can see it clear as day in so many people, that everybody's just afraid of everything now, food-wise. And it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's just, what's the point? Like, you're stressing yourself out and causing more damage than, like, if you would just eat the food and not worry about it.
Yeah, your body will take care of it.
Yeah. This is totally unrelated, but kind of related. Did you see Brian Johnson has an autoimmune condition?
No, what is it?
Yeah, I can't remember. It's something with his stomach, like eating itself or something. It's pretty rare, but yeah, he has one. So you can do all the things in the world and like be like, quote unquote, the pinnacle of health, and still develop autoimmune conditions, because it doesn't just exist on the physical. There's like a mental, emotional, spiritual component. So if you're eating stressed, like, there you go. If you're feeling unfulfilled, like if I go on vacation and take my perfectly healthy food with me, all prepped and like perfectly balanced, and I'm eating it and I'm just like feeling sad and left out while I'm doing so, when I could be down the street eating a burger and fries at the local brewery, like, I would be better off eating the burger and fries.
Amen.
So that's what I do, because I know how much joy that brings me, and it's not like I'm doing it every day. I freaking wish, but I'm not. And so I just eat it. But it's so hard to get there too, because I've been there where I'm like paranoid about the food.
I know. Like,
when you first kind of get into all of that, especially if you have health problems, it's really hard to like release that control. But I hope we're getting away from all of that. I think wellness is going to become like untrendy, and like we're all going to be like judging people who are like into the wellness scene. We're going to be like side-eyeing them like, oh gosh, one of you.
Yeah.
Because it's annoying. Like, I see a lot of reels and stuff of people who are like, it's just like a pretentious attitude of like, I am better than you because I'm like eating this perfect diet, or I have all of these gadgets, or whatever it may be. Like,
meanwhile, they don't know anything.
A lot of people feel like holier than thou because of that.
Yeah,
and they look down on people who are eating McDonald's and stuff, and like, that's not the way.
No.
It's like smoking is coming back, which is so wild. But
I'd love to pick up smoking.
With the mustache, it would be perfect.
I think it would be good.
You need a pipe, though, I think.
I should.
That would be the vibe.
Maybe some black nails.
Yeah.
Leather.
Yeah. But, yeah. Smoking.
Aviators.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Smoking is coming back. And
they make organic cigarettes.
And
come on.
Diet Coke. I see it in a ton of wellness people, like some homeopaths, I'm seeing it. And that's the thing, you know? Like, people are, like, they swung so far into the wellness spectrum that they are now swinging back into a space of kind of being balanced. Like, I'm not saying that, like, I'm not being an advocate for smoking or anything, but if you want to have a cigarette once a year or whatever it may be when you're at the beach, whatever,
yeah,
it's not gonna kill you. I don't know. If you're smoking a pack, a day, though, like, that's a whole other conversation. So
but the nicotine benefits.
No, I don't believe it.
I'm bio-optimized because of nicotine.
It helped my long COVID. Oh my God.
It's not the tobacco that's bad. It's the stuff that's in it.
Yeah. Sure, whatever you want to think. Because I don't argue with people in the wellness space.
Yeah.
Because there's no point, and I don't really care enough about them to do so. Everybody's on their own journey. And you can do what you want, and I don't really care, because I'm going to be over here doing what I want.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's so crazy the extremes that people go to achieve this vision of optimal health. Like everybody, I think that's the thing too. Like we all have this like unattainable expectation of what health truly means. Especially like people who brag because they never get sick. So it's like, I haven't had a cold in 15 years. From a homeopathic perspective, that is not a good sign. That's actually a bad sign of like, oh, like,
what are you suppressing?
Why is your body not able to express in that way? But like, you do what you want, you know? Like, I'm not going to argue with you. And like,
it's a lot of explaining to try to get that.
Everybody's perspectives and thoughts are where they're at. And with my current limbo space of wellness and what I'm doing in this space, I'm not one to really speak up, except for here.
Yeah.
Because I'm very much like, I swung into that extreme wellness space. And then I like kind of balanced out. I was in the middle. But over the past couple of months, I'm kind of like, none of this really matters or is working. I mean, look at like Brian Johnson. Look at him.
Well, it's probably from all the stupid experiments he does.
All the supplements and stuff.
He takes all these injectable random things that are like the new longevity drug. He's like, I'll try it on myself.
But it could...
Like, you don't know what you're injecting,
It could
dude.
be a mental and emotional thing, too. Who knows? But anyways, you can do, quote-unquote, all the right things, and it still just doesn't matter. Like Lily. We did all the right things with Lily.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. So I'm unpacking all of that and trying to figure out what the heck that means for me. And in the meantime, while I do that, I am drinking my non-organic dairy milkshakes from the local restaurants and going out to eat when I can.
Yeah, I want to speak to that. So that whole concept, I've heard other people talk about this as well. They've made this point, and it's a really good point. And you know, these are people from the wellness space, and they're pretty big names in the circles that I focus in. And they made the point of, okay, like, that's great. You want to be healthy. You're living this healthy lifestyle. You know, if you go traveling, you're going to pack all of your shit, and you're going to plan everything out, and you don't want to have any seed oils, and you're not going to be in the sun for this long. You're going to have the best sunscreen, and you're not going to wear polyester because... You know, all the things.
Pause. What? I know somebody who would take a shower filter for the hotel, air purifier, like the whole shebang.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, so, really? For 2 showers, 7 showers, you need a filter? Anyways, go ahead.
So that's great that you have that thought. I love that you're oriented towards your health. That's amazing. That is a core value that you need to have. So that's awesome. But we're off in the weeds. We're in crazy town. Because the point here is resilience. If you have to have everything perfect to feel good, you're not resilient. You're not healthy. Because if you didn't have organic blueberries in your smoothie from the store, and it was something else, and now you're spiraling, you got histamines, I got reactions, I can feel it, I just don't feel good, and you're just you're spiraling because you had, you know, a bad food, quote unquote, and that just threw you out of your whole wellness routine. You're not resilient. That's not health. Health is you can have something that is quote unquote bad, and it doesn't throw you down the spiraling, like, I feel sick, I'm gonna die type of thing. Like, I went to the restaurant, I had a bunch of seed oils. Guess what? Couldn't tell you.
Moved on.
Couldn't tell you I had a seed oil because it didn't feel any different.
Went to mini golf and had a good time.
My body handled it. My body's resilient. It used it for whatever it needed to be used for, and whatever didn't need to be used, I pooped it out or peed it out. That's resiliency when it comes to health. You can have, like I said, quote unquote, bad foods and still be okay, and you don't feel like crap, and it didn't set you back a week. Like if that's the case, you got a problem. You're in the orthorexia space. And
the body's just not healthy and optimal.
Right.
And I say that from somebody who struggles with certain things.
That's a vulnerability.
Yeah.
That means you're vulnerable. If you don't have everything perfect in your life, that's vulnerability. And that doesn't make you a resilient human.
Or healthy.
And you depend on all of these strict, perfect, regimented, like, oh, I have all my perfect supplements and everything's organic and this is that. And then, like, that's not the picture of health. That's not the holy health way. The holy health way is you go to purgatory and you get whatever you want. And you're fine. Someone knocking at the door?
Sounds like it.
All right, we're back. Brief intermission. We had to deal with intruders. I have a little bit more I want to share about the war on wellness. But is there anything else that you would like to chime in before I go down that?
Go for it. I think I've said a lot. I could say more, but go for it.
Okay. So, I feel like there's a war on wellness right now. And this is kind of off topic, but...
This whole episode is just kind of all the things.
Yeah, we're supposed to be talking about traveling and stuff, but things lead into another, so we're just going with it. But there's something happening right now, and I don't know if it is on purpose in a nefarious way, or if it's just about making money, if it's just about capitalization.
I think it's both. Personally,
could be both.
But who knows?
So, 2020, 2021, right? If we can all go back there and remember what it was like.
And we should never forget it.
That's right. So, doesn't matter what side of the political spectrum you're on. When the vaccine came out, there was a group of people that completely denied the vaccine. I'm never going to do that. I'm never taking that shot. I'm not rolling up my sleeve for that. Blah, blah, blah. And then there was the people that lined up for every booster that there was. And that was everybody's choice that they could make. Right? So we had the people that supported pharmaceuticals and trusted science, which is most people. Most people had faith in science and faith in government and faith in everything before COVID. Like, COVID was like the final awakening event for the population. So now everybody has, certain feelings about everything. And everyone has these camps. Like, I supported pharmaceuticals, I trusted science, and I took the jab. Took the COVID vaccine, and I don't regret it. Then you had the anti-vaxxers, right? Never taken that thing, wouldn't do that, don't trust it, blah, blah, blah. And those same people now in the anti-vax group, they're in the crunchy wellness community space selling peptides.
Injecting.
Here's my peptide link. Comment #peptide and I'll send you more information. And
this is a trusted source. Watch me inject them.
It's like, well, that you don't know what's in it. And it's experimental. And it's not tested. And unless you're getting it from a reliable source from America, it's probably coming from China. And we just read an article and watched a short little news documentary, I guess you could say. It was about 15 minutes about peptides. And what was it, like 80% or
a third?
Well, a certain amount comes from China. Most of it comes from China.
Most of them come from China.
Because they can manufacture these peptides, and it's for research purposes only, not for human consumption, and that's how they sell it. That's how you're able to purchase peptides online, because they're not for human consumption. They're labeled in a certain way that bypasses the laws.
It's like buying raw milk in an illegal state and saying, like, this is only for your dog.
Yeah, but you're drinking it.
Yeah.
So most peptides come from there. And then now there's this independent company, right?
Yeah, you can send to a third-party lab to test the peptides, and it'll tell you what is in the bottle that you purchased. So this guy in this little video did that. He purchased peptides from a peptide sourcing place, and then
Peptides.net or something, I don't know what
and
it
then
was.
they came in the mail, and then he sent them to the lab to be tested. And guess what? There was no peptide in the bottle.
0.
But
0%.
there were heavy metals in it.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's so interesting, though, because, like, all of these doctors and influencers and stuff will say, like, this is a tested source. This is a high-quality source.
It's organic. It's just amino acids.
I inject myself with these. And you just don't know, you know? Like,
You're trusting pharma.
You're trusting...
The thing that you said that you would never take. I'm never going to take a vaccine from Big Pharma, especially not the COVID vaccine. But I will take a pharmaceutical that's a peptide because it's natural, even though I don't know what's in it.
Even though it's not natural, it's
third-party tested.
It's synthetic. It's not even natural. But, yeah, it's just crazy to me, the injecting circumstance of the world.
Yeah, the injectables, that took a wild turn. That's a big
I know.
shift.
You never would have seen that coming into the wellness space.
No.
But everybody is doing it. I just saw somebody else shared on their close friends to me and whoever else is their close friend, like, well, I'm going to give this a try. And I was like, ah! Which, coming back to what I said earlier, if you want to do peptides, whatever, that's your own thing. But, like, personally, I can't get there. I can't get there. And I have a lot of it. I don't have a lot of issues, but I have some long-standing chronic issues that I'm sure there are peptides that could potentially, quote-unquote, help me, but I just can't get there.
Theoretically, they could.
Yeah.
But we don't have the evidence to support that they actually do what they do without causing other things downstream.
Or they actually do what they do without harm in people, because a lot of studies are on animals. And I can't remember the study, but there's one on, I think it's BPC 157, that it did this. But the study was on rats. It wasn't even on people.
Well,
I can't remember what the claims were. But I'm like, that's a very different body to be injecting. And long term, I mean, a rat does not live hopefully 80 to 90 years. Even 60 years, 50, whatever. Like, a rat is not living to the length that a human wants to live.
Well, and a rat's a rat, and we're not a rat.
And it's so new, and it's so unregulated. And, like, I'm not, like, big on, like, the government coming in and, like, regulating all the things, of course. But when it comes to injectable items, that seems like a good space to kind of be regulated.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even vaccines. Like, I don't want any vaccines personally, but, like, if I wanted vaccines, I wouldn't want a vaccine from just Joe Schmo down the street. Like, I want to see what's in that vaccine. Like, let me read it.
Exactly.
A supplement, same. I mean, the supplements are the same. I want the third-party testing.
I want the certificate of analysis.
Show me what is in this bottle of supplements. If you can't, protein, anything. If you can't show me, I'm not interested. And the peptides, they can't show you. They will show you. Like, look at our testing. But if it's not third-party tested, if it's not sent to an external, non-biased place, doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, you really don't know what it is.
No. And you don't know the long-term effects.
My whole thing is, and it's always been, education. I'm a proponent of informed choice. Like, if I can tell you everything about the thing and you still make the bad choice, in my opinion, that's on you. Like, I did my due diligence and I informed you of the potential risks, and maybe there is benefits, maybe there's not, and you still make the choices that you make, and I believe them to be wrong, then that's fine. But education solves problems. That's what we need to put in the front. That's the headline. Headline is education solves problems. And we can go back through history and look at that and how that works. But this being the war on wellness, there's a whole lot of education out there about health and wellness. And a lot of it is extremely surface level and ignorant and lacks um, trying to think of a word that I want to use, but I can't think of it. But things are a lot more complicated than they appear. And when you first get into the wellness space, you think you know everything, and you speak from a position of, well, if you just eat right, then you should be healthy. You should feel good. Like, you won't have any problems. And it's like, well, that's not true all the time. There's a lot of situations where people can do all the right things and, like we said earlier, still have something bad happen health-wise. And, maybe this certain thing is good for most people, but for some people, it's not. Maybe counting calories works for most people, but for some people, it doesn't. And there's always something going on. And the more you know, the less you know in the wellness space. And there's a massive education gap, or maybe it's like the word you said, pretentious. That's a good word. Like an ego-centered, most of it's centered on vanity, which is very egocentric. So when you have a little bit of knowledge, you think that you know everything. So then you're coming from a position of, well, I know everything about peptides because I'm taking them, and this is my experience, and I'm going to tell everybody else about them because I've had such a good experience. Well, that's not really you knowing about peptides.
I took a 10-minute influencer course on them, though. Now I know, what I'm supposed to say.
Probably from a biased position of, these are all the benefits, and this is great, and this is the before and after pictures of, all of these people that tried it, and look, now you can tell all your clients and share these pictures so you can make a sale. And that's not good.
Wellness.
That's not like there's a war happening here.
Well, here's the thing with specifically talking about peptides. The problems that are being addressed are typically chronic issues or vanity issues, let's say. And it's like, why are those things happening? Like, for me, I have digestive problems. If I inject a peptide to help with that, I'm not going to know what the actual problem was with my digestion. Is it a mental and emotional problem? Am I overriding that mental and emotional problem and causing further suppression by injecting myself with something that is going to make me perceive that I am healthier because my digestion is not working? But at the root, there's still something off balance because I didn't get to that root problem.
You just overrided it.
Yeah, it's like I feel like it would be another form of suppression. Because you're overriding, like you said, the wisdom of the body. Like, the body is trying to tell you something. Yeah. My hip hurts. Okay, why does your hip hurt? Is it a hypermobility problem? Is it a structural problem? Is it the way you're sitting all the time? Is it this? Is it that? Do we know? Who knows? Let's just inject this peptide and now you can move on. But what happens if you have some type of imbalance posturally, like, and you keep compensating in different ways, but your hip no longer hurts because you're on peptides, like, what problems are you creating down the line?
Exactly.
And what happens when you stop taking the peptides? Maybe for a while you're okay, but does it come back? We don't know because they haven't been used as widely for so long.
Works great on a rat.
Yeah, I just can't I can't get over injecting a foreign substance, a synthetic substance to attain quote unquote health.
Right.
I can't do it. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's like wellness is being infiltrated by, and it's a great move on the pharma side. Like
It's genius.
yes, exactly. They
Very
saw a
smart.
window and they said, oh, well, you're not going to take the vaccine. And they're not trusting us on this side of the field. But on this side of the field, hey, we're your buddy. We got this new thing for you. You should try it.
Weight loss? Do you want to look hot? Do you want to solve your muscular problems? We can do almost anything.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yep. And it's all in a nice little bottle and, easy peasy.
Yeah, it's very interesting to watch. And I'm going to keep watching and see how it goes. I don't know what will happen. I hope nothing crazy and serious, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think that's gonna
it's not going to
depopulate the planet.
No, it's not going to do anything like what COVID did. But I think the negative effects are not being talked about nearly as much as they need to be, and a lot of people aren't going to walk out unscathed.
Right.
They haven't already.
Right. And nobody talks about it.
But if you speak about your negative experience,
that's not true.
Everybody comes in with how positive peptides have been and how much they've changed their lives.
Yeah.
Anytime that happens, that's a red flag to me. If I can't say, hey, I took this thing and I had a bad experience, it gives COVID vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Remember what happened to people who said they had reactions to the vaccine? Same thing.
Yep.
The same thing is happening, but now in the wellness space. It is fascinating to watch.
It's wild times, and it's not the best thing. And again, there's just a lack of education around the issue.
Well, people are told that it's just an amino acid.
I know, and that's the problem.
But
that's
it's
what
not.
I mean.
I mean, it is, but it's not.
There's a lack of education.
Yeah.
People aren't telling the truth. It's not the whole truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is an amino acid. That's totally true. And guess what? Any marketing ploy, they use the truth and they twist it just a little bit and make it look a lot nicer and put it in a bow and it's really pretty and it's going to solve all your problems.
It's just like you mentioned last week with caffeine. Caffeine in an energy drink says caffeine and it's synthetic. It's not the real caffeine.
Totally
caffeine
made in the lab.
In green tea is different. Peptides in my body are not the same as peptides in the bottle.
Yeah, they really don't know if, we do take this strand of amino acids and we inject it into the body, if the body does anything with it.
Well, I think it does, potentially. It depends on the sourcing.
But
Are there even peptides in what you're injecting?
Is there proof, is what I'm saying. Is there a research study that says we analyze this in somebody's body and this is what happens because they figured out the spike protein goes into the nucleus and blah, blah, blah. They figured that out with the COVID vaccine, right? They did enough research and they figured out what it does and what it can do. And they should be doing the same thing with anything else that comes to market that's an injectable, that it's doing something. Amino acids are like messengers, so they're going to travel throughout the whole body.
And anytime that you're injecting something and bypassing the body's innate wisdom, it just seems so wrong to me personally.
Injecting for me is a no. Like in any aspect, I don't agree with like an injectable item.
Same. It's just crazy to me. Like I grew up getting vaccinated and stuff, so it's not like I I was born like this, but like going through what I've been through and educating myself in the ways that I have, just imagining injecting myself with something is, I just can't get there because the body has protective mechanisms. It has specific signaling to tell the rest of the system what is going on. When you inject things, you're completely bypassing all of that.
Going right to the center of the castle.
Your body's like, whoa.
Yep.
How did this get in here?
We are behind enemy lines.
Yeah. But that's that. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody does, but I don't see myself partaking.
There's a lot going on with it, and just don't do it. That would be my words of wisdom, is don't do it.
Trainer Rich has spoken.
Wait it out, because it's brand new right now. Don't get caught up in the marketing ploys and the influencers who are telling you all the best things ever. Wait.
And if you are going to do it, make sure you're injecting something that's actually what you think it is. And what other things are in that bottle? Because the guy that tested that peptide that he ordered and had the heavy metals in it, like, what are the carriers? I mean, vaccines are the same way. Vaccines have heavy metals and all of these other components in them as well. So thinking that your bottle of peptides is a pure peptide and like, okay, look at my little bottle and look at all the clear liquid in there. It's just a peptide. Like, I would question that, and I would look into that if you are doing it, because you don't know.
Well, if you are going to do it, regardless of what we're saying, 100% get it from a U.S. source, made here, third-party tested, like you know what it is.
Even U.S. source doesn't.
Out.
I mean,
like, make sure, and in that article that we found, they said that some of the peptides that they tested, so it was like a third of them or whatever, that was either not there, not as much as they said that was in it, or too much that they said that was in it, or a different product altogether. So there's an extreme discrepancy of what's in it, the contents, how much, all the things in your little vial. So you're really kind of throwing shit at the wall and hoping something sticks. So again, wait it out. Don't make any rash decisions. Do that. And I was thinking too, like, if you're going to go down that path of injectables, go to your doctor, tell them you feel like shit, and get on some tests. Like, that would be way safer than getting on some peptides. Like, if that's what you want to do, that would be an alternative that would be way better, in my opinion.
I mean, it's definitely more tested. There are risks, especially like HRT. Like, if you're doing, I don't know, there are risks to that.
Longevity-wise, we don't know if, that's going to be good. But
I would say, if I had to pick, I would pick that too.
Testosterone is testosterone. It's also kind of like a synthetic version of it, but
yeah, if I had to pick HRT versus peptides, I would go HRT.
Way safer.
I wouldn't want either, but if I was going, I would go with that.
Right.
Yeah. For sure.
You can get it from a doctor. You can get it sourced properly.
You can get peptides from certain doctors too, but,
Yeah, it's not a good thing right now. So.
It's interesting. I mean, I'm not going to tell you not to do it. I don't tell anybody not to do anything, but I will sit back and observe. Because the shift in the wellness space, I mean, the shift combined with my experiences and everything, it's just it's been a big turnoff for me.
Yeah, it's going downhill.
Yeah, it's interesting. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how that goes. I'm very curious to see how that goes too, like with people living healthy lifestyles. Like, are they going to revert back to like the 80s and 90s, early 2000s type of vibe? Or are we just going to kind of like exist in like this, like, I'm healthy, but like not like extreme healthy and I do what I want to type of thing?
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how it goes, but
Yeah, I think there's a good push in the right direction collectively. So our government is working on changing a lot of the nutritional advice that's given, which is going to affect the school systems, which is going to affect the children, which is going to affect parenting. And
the food dyes, things like that are shifting.
Yeah, a lot of the companies are shifting their products to align with their consumers, which is awesome.
Definitely.
So there are some really good things happening in that space.
Agree.
Which is kind of like the boots on the ground nutrition space. But when you zoom out and you're getting into like the biohack extra stuff, supplements, it's getting pretty weird.
Yeah.
So you're always going to have extremes and spectrums, and the pendulum swings back and forth.
For sure.
But
it's just trendy now. Peptides are trendy now.
Yeah, it's just the new thing.
So, just like protein is and was, and just like veganism was 15 years ago, this is the thing. And anything that's really trendy, especially these days, I'm just kind of like, I'll try it, maybe, and then I'm going to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, if it doesn't stand the test of time, then you should probably watch out for it.
Yeah, I mean, there's not, like, I mean, we're evolving and new things are coming out every day, but the old school advice is it.
You can't beat it. You can't beat it.
Yeah, you just keep
Sunlight,
it basic.
Drink spring water, get grounded, eat whole foods that come from the earth, sleep good, just get enough sleep,
Get your
prioritize
stress
it,
under control.
don't drink too much caffeine.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that you can do.
Travel, enjoy your life.
Exercise, work hard. Like, if you want the results to look good, you gotta do the work. That's what my shirt says. It says we do the work. This is first form. Love their messages, not their supplements, but you gotta do the work. I mean, that's kind of bringing it back to traveling and how we kind of started the episode with. It's a lot of work to be healthy because it does take extra planning and preparing, and you have to cook food, which means you're making a mess, which means you got to clean it up, and then you got to put it away, and it's a lot more to do. And the benefits are your health and your time, which are the two most important things in your life. Health equals time, and time equals health. So those are the two things you got to worry about. And pursuing vanity in spite of your health is potentially, we don't know, but we can make a pretty good guess that you would be subtracting some time in pursuit of vanity. So, is it valuable to be hot? Maybe. Maybe not. We don't know. There's a lot of risks that you could take to try to look 25 forever. And
Speaking of injectables,
there's a lot of technology that is available that is always said to be the best thing ever. Just want to get rid of my crow's feet right here so I don't have any facial expressions. You know, like, there's just so many things. And that's another part of the wellness war that is happening that we didn't talk about at all. I mean, we've talked about it before, but that's getting in there too.
Definitely.
You get a little bit of Botox for something. It's supposed to be good for you or whatever. I've heard things people say, some filler for that. It's like, I don't know, it's crazy.
Definitely crazy.
So, yeah.
What's crazy to me, this is totally unrelated, but kind of, is actresses mainly, who get Botox, and then, like, they're on screen, and they're, like, can't, like, emote properly with their face, because their face won't move. And so, like, they need to, like, try to look upset, or they need to try to look happy or anything, but, like, they can't because, like, their face doesn't move. And, like, somebody was talking about this online a while ago, and then I couldn't stop thinking about it, of, like, in the 90s, this didn't exist. And so if you watch 90s TV, you see, like, real people with real faces doing real things. And now, the further we get into this, like, Botox era, filler era, you're seeing probably men, but primarily women on screen who just aren't able to emote in the way that their character needs to. It's very fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want
to
call it out, but it was so obvious. Like Millie Bobby Brown in Stranger Things final season 11, like she very clearly got Botox filler, whatever, and then like she couldn't like emote in the same way that she could in previous seasons. And
yeah, she had a poker face.
Yeah, and it's just like, I mean, it's sad that like, I mean, I'm sure that especially when you're on that level of fame, like the pressure is on to look and be out there in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it just sucks. It's very interesting.
Yeah, wrinkles are natural. Like when your muscles flex your face in a certain way, the skin has to go somewhere. It crinkles up.
Well, I mean, I think there are also wellness health ways that you can also support a natural aging process and not look like you're 40 when you're 28.
Like when I raise my eyebrows, I have wrinkles on my forehead.
Well, yeah, but I think there are ways that you can kind of slow down the aging process naturally. Like, I understand not wanting to look old and wrinkly. Like, you always are, like, annoyed at me by that. Like, when I'm, like, putting sunscreen on my face and stuff. But, like...
I wouldn't say I'm annoyed.
Well, you're always making a comment. Aren't you?
I guess.
Yeah, you're always making a comment about that. And it's kind of like, well, I want to take care of my face, especially, and not shrivel up before I want to.
Yeah, I would say that's I think that's good. A good thing to have because it's not like you're lathering up your whole body. No. You're just protecting the face.
Yeah.
You're not like spraying it everywhere.
No.
And that's like not really a big deal.
Yeah. And if you're hydrated, mineralized, eating healthy, sleeping good, looking at the sun in the morning, like that is also helping you to not get shriveled up.
Red light, baby.
Like if you have like a week or two of no sleep, you can see it on your face. You're wow, I look rough. And then if you have a week or two of great sleep, you're like, oh yeah, I'm chilling.
Mm-hmm.
But that's another injectable topic for another day.
Yeah. So,
this topic or this podcast episode was all over the place.
Yeah, very much so. That's what I was kind of thinking about wrapping it up here.
Prepare yourself really when you're traveling. No. Ahead of time, take the time to kind of envision how you want the experience to go, what you want to eat, where you want to eat, what all of that looks like. Preparing is key, even if you're not taking all your food. Having a plan and preparing so you know, like, all right, breakfast taken care of. We're going out to eat on Tuesday for lunch, and we're going to do something for dinner, whatever. Like, you plan it all out. Then you have less room for...
bad decisions.
Failure, yeah. And planning treats in there and everything is totally great, too. Like, you want to plan in some fun and truly live the experience and not be so tied to wellness 24/7, because that can often do more harm than good.
Exactly. Resilience.
Yes.
You gotta be resilient. If you're not resilient, you're not healthy.
Yep.
There's so many people that I work with, and this is a little tangent, but like these guys, they eat and do dumb shit all the time. Mountain Dew first thing in the morning. Crack a can of Mountain Dew. Drink that sucker.
It's crazy.
And all day. You can drink soda all day. You can eat sugary treats all day. You're working. And then I don't know what they do when they go home, obviously. But energy drinks, all these things. And, you know, I don't know their life. But seemingly, when I'm working with them, they seem fine. They seem energetic. They seem, you know, happy. They have, you know, some wherewithal about them whenever they're working. And it's like they're kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum, where they're not getting any good things in, mostly bad things. But they show up to work every day. They work hard. Some of them aren't overweight at all. They're actually like skinny, and you know, they kind of look young still. And it's like, how?
Ignorance.
Ignorance is bliss.
It is.
And there is a psycho effect on that.
They probably think they're fine. They're chilling. They're like, I'm good.
Yeah, why is it bad? I don't know. It's not bad. I don't have a problem.
And
There's no problem.
maybe someday it will catch up to them.
Doesn't affect me.
But maybe it won't.
We don't know.
Who knows?
I mean, the mind is extremely, extremely powerful.
And we all know those people who eat and live like shit their whole lives.
They do whatever they want.
And they live to be 95 degrees is what they were going to say. 95 years old.
Yeah.
And then you have people who do everything perfectly and they die at 40 running a marathon.
Yep.
You just never know. So
there is a balance.
And that's kind of why I'm where I'm at with my thoughts about wellness and life and what I'm pursuing and sharing with the world, because I'm kind of like, I mean, it matters, but it doesn't.
Yeah. What matters is not being afraid of food.
Yeah, that's huge. Or life. Touching receipts. Blue light.
I just heard Joe Rogan today. I was listening, and he was like, yeah, my dentist thinks that the sugar is what caused so many cavities. Like when they started introducing sugar into society more, the cavities went up. Which I'm like, I'm sure there's a correlation there. Yeah. Of course. But is it the sugar?
I mean, I'm sure sugar's just a component of it.
I mean, if you're eating a shitload of sugar and you don't brush your teeth and you do that constantly, you're probably asking for a problem.
Yeah, but a lot of times, teeth and oral health is a whole complex subject. I mean, exactly. It's not just your teeth are just not your teeth. Like, each tooth connects to different organs of the body and emotions and energies and everything like that. And like, your oral microbiome is connected to your gut, and there's just so much that goes into it. I mean, for me, I had cavities that I reversed with ozone, and I believe this is a modern day problem, but like, hydroxyapatite toothpaste was supposed to be like a great alternative to fluoride, and now it's come out that like, that's really bad, don't use that.
Too abrasive.
Yeah, so I was using that, and I got cavities, and I stopped using it, and I haven't had any since. So what's that tell you? I mean, I know a lot of crunchy people who, after that whole hydroxyapatite thing happened, went back to fluoride.
Oh, really?
Yeah, tons. Because they're like, I mean, and they haven't had any problems since. Like, they were spending all this money on biological dentists and all of the things, and they kept having cavities, and then they switched to Crest, and they're chilling. And I'm like, personally, I don't use fluoride toothpaste right now, but like, I have used it, and I'm like, not afraid of it. I'm not eating my toothpaste. I'm not drinking my toothpaste. Like, if I was drinking fluoridated water, that's a whole other conversation. if I brush my teeth with fluoride toothpaste here and there, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'd do it every once in a while, but I'm not interested in doing that.
It's just, I don't know how I got on that, but...
it's the extremes.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, you can't be afraid of stuff.
No.
If you're afraid of it, it's going to cause you more problems than if you weren't afraid of it.
Definitely. Sugar. Cavities.
Yeah.
Dentist. The sugar cavities dentist person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joe Rogan. Yeah. What were you sharing that? Just mindset and stuff?
Well, yeah, just like making a correlation. And, you know, Joe Rogan's a pretty smart guy. He's had a lot of people on and he knows about health stuff, but he's still pretty ignorant when it comes to holistic health. Like, he's not a holistic health guy. He's promoting peptides on his podcast. He doesn't know anything about peptides. He just does peptides. And he knows other people that do peptides. And that's not being educated about peptides. Just because you have a certain experience with peptide or something doesn't mean you know everything about the thing. You just have a personal experience with it, and that's fine. But you're not the authority on on something because you have an experience with it. But yeah, just making it like a doctor who's a dentist, right? What do you call him? A dental? What is it?
A dentist.
Doctor of
dentistry.
Yeah, I was trying to think what it was, but when they're like, yeah, it's sugar in cavities, duh, like makes total sense. But there's also a lot of assumptions there. Like, you don't really know. That's a massive like correlation. It's correlated with.
Yeah.
But what is it also correlated with? So it's a huge, huge problem that it's not just one. It's not ever just one thing.
No.
We talk about that all the time here too.
Mm-hmm.
It's never just one thing.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably it for today.
Yeah, we're
probably
just
wrap it up.
rambling here and there. We're all over the place.
We're all over it. We feel amped up. We're rejuvenated back from a vacation trip. We're just ready to talk.
Here we are. Cool. I don't know where I'm at, but all the links are down below for whatever you want to see about me that I've posted in the past, because I'm not currently posting anything, and your links are down there too, and you're probably posting somewhere. It feels like whenever I'm posting, you're not, and whenever you're posting, I'm not.
Yeah.
But leave us a rating and review. Share the show with somebody that you know that could benefit from hearing all of this. And with that, we will talk to you next week.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.